Yoo-hoo! I'll make you famous.
I know you gonna dig this. Get funky with me. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Fort Sumner, New Mexico. It took a long time. It's wide Earp. It took a long time to get here. It was quite. Look, it took a long time to get here from Albuquerque. It's about 2.5 hours from Albuquerque. Worth the drive so far. I'm loving it. But it's a lot longer than I thought it was. Wyatt Earp. Shout out to my friend Jeremy from when we were kids. When he heard the name Wyatt Earp when that movie came out with Kevin Costner, he always kept saying, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp. He said it for like 2 months straight. That's all he would say to people. They said something to me, he'd say, Wyatt Earp. It was Calamity Jane. So shout out Jeremy. Where are you now, buddy? Anyway, we're going to go see Billy the Kid's grave. We're going to see where he passed away. That way. And see what else I can find here. But I know a lot about Billy the Kid because of a movie called, of course, Young Guns. Young Guns, sort of factual, sort of, played, built some things up. But got a lot of the facts right. But some of it's in dispute about Billy the Kid's life, where he actually died, how he actually died, where his grave is, where if he's really there. I think he's there. I want to read you this sign because I know a lot about Billy the Kid, part of the Lincoln Regulators. Escaped from Lincoln County Jail, shot the two guys that were watching him, Bob Olinger and the other dude, Pat Garrett, wanted the $500 bounty. Oh, there's Pat Garrett right there. And shot him somewhere here in Fort Sumner. But we're reading about William H. Bonney. William H. Bonney, you are not a god.
Why don't you pull the trigger and find out?
Then why don't you pull the trigger and find out? How cool is that? Not very. That's from Young Guns. Kiefer Sutherland said that to Emilio, who was playing Billy the Kid. Probably Emilio's best role ever. And of course, Young Guns 2 was awesome as well. What was the other big line in that? Regulators, mount up. I'll make you famous. Emilio Estevez, so good in that movie. Can you picture anybody else playing Billy the Kid now? Other than him, maybe Chris Christopherson. I think he played him back in the Sam Peckinpah movie years ago. But Emilio Estevez just had the look, had the charm, had the charisma. Emilio, come out of hiding. We want you back. All right. So Henry McCarty is better known by his alias, William Billy the Kid Bonney. His family moved to the New Mexico territory in 1873. He was charged with numerous thefts and involved in 9 murders during his brief life. At age 19, he was sentenced to death for the murder of Sheriff William Brady. Now, April 21st, 1881, he escaped from the Lincoln County Jail, killing 2 deputies. He fled to Fort Sumner, the home of many of his friends. Bonney was shot and killed by Sheriff Pat Garrett in Peter Maxwell's house on July 14th, 1881. His grave in the Fort Sumner Cemetery right there was originally marked by a wooden cross. Let's go take a look. All right. I'm not sure which is his grave. I guess that's his grave over there. What else we got here? Not a lot of people are here. Joe Grant. Oh, it says that he was killed by Billy the Kid. Grant bet Billy $25 that he would kill a man first. He asked for, this is in the movie. He feigned false admiration for Grant's gun, asked to examine it. Then he emptied the gun, right? And as Billy turned to walk away, Grant tried to shoot Billy in the back, but all I heard was a click. Billy turned and drew, firing 3 shots, killing Grant instantly. Yeah, that's in the movie. That's in Young Guns. Joe Grant, shot by William Bonney. Wow. So there's a few little headstones here. Just a little 1.5 years old, looks like here. Christian Palmer. It's gonna wait for the lady to finish cleanup until I get over there to Billy's grave. There's Billy the Kid's tombstone right here. So the story about his tombstone was, it was stolen in 1951. Its location was a mystery for 26 years until 1976, when it was recovered in Granbury, Texas. And it was stolen again on February 8th, 1981, and recovered 4 days later in Huntington Beach, California. Shocker. And so they flew to Los Angeles to retrieve the marker. May 30th, 1981. It was officially reset in iron shackles at Billy's feet.
That's Billy the Kid, and that's his friends.
Yeah,
Tom
this is
and Tony.
Charlie and that's Tom.
Oh, and Charlie, huh?
Yep.
Why do people throw bullets in there?
I guess just because he was an outlaw, keeping that alive.
I'm gonna go back to Billy's grave in a moment. I just wanted to come out here because he fled to a house not too far from here of a friend of his, Peter Maxwell. Now, it's in dispute exactly about how he died. Pat Garrett showed up at Peter Maxwell's. Now, apparently Billy was having something going on with Peter's sister, Paulita. And he was going to, Peter wanted to give Paulita away, roughly, essentially, to a local land baron for marriage. Marry her off to a wealthy land baron. And Billy was in the way. Now, Pat Garrett's story. Now, Pat Garrett had a history of ambushing people to get his man, to get the criminal. He had a history of ambushing. Apparently, he showed up here at Fort Sumner, and just remembering here. I was in the room, in Peter Maxwell's room, and Billy the Kid just showed up and came in the room, and then he shot him in the dark because he recognized Billy's voice. It's a dispute because some people say, no, and Peter Maxwell set him up for an ambush. And Pat Garrett was waiting and knew that he was going to be there. So he died in 1898, Peter Maxwell. Hard to read what it says there, but I'm not sure. I think there's another Maxwell here, 1848 to 1898. I thought there was another Maxwell here. I don't think Paulita, I believe her name was Paulita. Oh, Lucien Bonaparte Maxwell. One of the great builders of the American West. And who do we have here? Celestino Sandoval, Isaac Sandoval, and little Isto, Victoria. I think it says Victoria Sandoval. Yeah. So it's basically, essentially the story is, was it an ambush? And then there's other stories that Billy the Kid actually got away and didn't die. Was not shot and lived a long life. Pat Garrett and him had some sort of deal. I don't really believe that. I think he was really shot. And I think Pat Garrett knew exactly where he was going to be. Peter Maxwell somehow tipped him off. They set it up. And he was shot. But maybe Peter Maxwell didn't set him up. Perhaps Pat Garrett just had a hunch and waited in Peter Maxwell's bedroom, or wherever it was. I believe it was in the bedroom. And Billy the Kid happened to come in with a gun and a knife because he was eating yearling, which is baby horse. Okay. And then said, "Who's that?" or "Who's there?" I think in Spanish, and then shot him. And he was shot. Well, he was shot by Pat Garrett. But the ambush one makes more sense to me. You can discuss it in the comments. I'm sure there's gonna be lots of people saying he lived, no, still alive, but he lived a long life. He actually got away, or that's not how he died. That's the official version by Pat Garrett, and then the unofficial version, which I think is the real one. He was ambushed, but he's a bad dude. He's responsible for 9 murders there was, right? So Charlie and Tom were 2 of his friends. Tom was his best friend. Both men were members of the regulators. He was shot by Sheriff Pat Garrett. Tom was. Tom's on the left, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
In the middle.
Charlie's in the middle. Was Charlie part of the regulators?
I believe he was. Yes, sir.
In an abandoned farmhouse. He was killed by a member of Garrett's 20-man posse. And later that day, Billy surrendered and was escorted to jail, unleashing a series of noteworthy events which would conclude with his death on July 14th, 1881. Here it is. I don't know how I'm going to do. Oops, I'm so sorry then. I don't know where I'm going to put this rock that I got. I didn't look up really much about his grave. I just read stuff about how he passed away and more about his life that I had known. So I didn't bring anything for Tom or Charlie, but this is for Billy. You're a bad dude, buddy, but put that right there. And the lady that was cleaning up the grave said there's bullets, cigarettes, whiskey, all sorts of things left here for Billy the Kid. I hope some things for his friends, but it looks like people just kind of toss things through. Billy's right there. Pals, Tom, Charlie, William H. Bonney, alias Billy the Kid. All 3 of them right here. Yeah, very, very, very interesting. And now we're going to go to the homestead. The area where Peter Maxwell's house was. Get a good shot here. All right. Wow. Waiting a long time to come here. It's very, very interesting. I highly recommend you come take a look at this if you are in New Mexico. And there's a cow running really fast across the street. Well, they're fenced in. But you don't see cows running that fast. He stopped now. Oh, they're running now. Something's happening. It's a stampede. I don't have time to help with whatever's going on over there. I'm sorry. All right, let's go find out where Billy the Kid was shot. Maxwell, Garrett, Billy. It's in the bathroom. One thing I want to add, by the way, I hope it's not too windy, is Billy the Kid's grave, but they said that, as I was talking to the lady inside, things have shifted, and see, it was kind of like they're not sure if it's the exact spot where he's buried, but they're almost sure. It's as close as they figure. So he could be somewhere else, even in this cemetery, but that's what they have. She just said it could have shifted, or maybe it wouldn't be exactly right there. That was interesting. But yeah, of course, Billy's when he broke out of the Lincoln County Jail, which was actually he was being held in like a building across the street in a room or something in Lincoln County. He had to go use the restroom, the outhouse, and that's what I just did, and I found those photos. So you're welcome. Thank you, Bladder. But yeah, there it is. The kid, it lies right there, or somewhere really close. All right, let's go find the location of Peter Maxwell's house. So if you see that white thing, that's like a ditch they're building along this gravel road. And that building there, that's the Chamber of Commerce, and that's where Billy the Kid is buried, right out back. And here, some scenic markers, but I believe where Billy is actually killed is the house back here. I'm gonna walk over there right now. So there's some definitely heavy construction going on here. What they're doing, I'm not sure. Okay, so this was this was Fort Sumner. Los Redondo Memorial. Right. I believe should be back here close to the river. And I apologize for the wind. There's some ruins of the old fort. But there's a house that used to stand here, and this is where it occurred. And again, I can see a little statue of Billy right up ahead. Here we are. This is where Billy the Kid met his demise. Met Pat Garrett for the final time. Right up here. Now, apparently, so Pat Garrett wanted to collect the $500 bounty, but they wouldn't give it to him at first. Then the townspeople said, hey, that ain't fair. Let's give him some money. So they raised money, which was $7,000. Then eventually got the $500, so it's $7,500. Today's money, that'd be over $200,000. That's what the house used to look like. I believe it was upstairs. But right here, let me show you that longer, sorry. That's what the house used to look like. It is no longer here, but it is right on the banks of the river. One of the Koch brothers, a wealthy billionaire, millionaire, whatever, lots of money. That original picture of Billy, it's on like a plate or something. He bought it. He owns it. This is the steel cutout of Billy the Kid. Henry McCarty, alias William H. Bonney, alias Billy the Kid, died here. Killed by Sheriff Pat Garrett, July 14th, 1881. This is where he was shot and killed. Billy the Kid, right here. And where's this little river? Oh, it's over there. It's a little further back. Crocodile? Crocodile? American crocodile? No? Right. We cool? Wow. This is crazy. House used to stand right here. Yoo-hoo. I'll make you famous. Lovely young lady who works here just came over to let me know what time they're closing and all that. She was so sweet, telling me all this information that was the center of Fort Sumner. And the river, there was a series of floods back at the first term, like 1900s, turn of the century. Then the river got moved closer. Now this house was made of adobe. And essentially, when the town of Fort Sumner itself moved closer to the railway, I'm paraphrasing what she's told me, but they took everything useful from here, like the doors, iron, anything inside the houses. This was the former officers' quarters, so it was just it was just a clay, not clay, adobe, which is mud brick, right? I think mud brick. I think that's my nickname, mud brick. What up, mud brick? And it washed away, just washed away the house, so it's gone. But there's where it was, right there. Well, thank you to everyone here at Fort Sumner, the young lady at the Chamber of Commerce, the young lady here at the old Fort Sumner grounds, who gave me lots of information. There's so much information about Billy the Kid in my head. I think I just but you get the picture. Billy the Kid, famous Notorious Outlaw, was murdered here, shot here. He's murdered, but he's a good dude. Buried over there. And of course, there's another grave in Texas. They claim is actually the grave of Billy the Kid. Lived through a long, long life, but I don't think so. I think he's over there. I'm pretty sure. Why am I whispering? Thank you for watching, everybody. Rest in peace to everybody involved in the story. Like, Billy the Kid's an outlaw. He's larger than life. Let's not forget, he did kill some people. So he's a bit of a bad dude. But rest in peace, Billy the Kid, and your friends. Everybody involved with this sordid saga. This is crazy. I've been wanting to come here for a long time. Thank you for watching, but I love you all. Peace out. Make you famous. Back through town, I had seen this museum and I thought, let's stop. So now I'm here. And there's some stuff owned by Billy the Kid in here. And I'm whispering because it's a museum, but I don't think anybody cares. There he is.
Regulators! Mount up!
Look at how pretty that is.
Kid Carvet. That's from Stinking Springs, which was one of his hideouts. You can see it says Billy Kid. July 4th, 1880. This curtain hung over the door where Billy the Kid was killed. Where the kid was killed. Now, this door was in the entrance to Pete Maxwell's bedroom. It was through this door Billy the Kid back the night he was killed. So it was brought from, it was bought by Lonnie Horn in 1887. It was used to build the pig pen ranch. This door was used at the ranch until 1940. Holes in door have nothing to do with Billy's death. They were shot in the door in the 1900s. But this door was the entrance. Hung over the window. Wow. There's Charlie, who's buried next to Billy. Here's his rifle. Two months before he was shot, he gave it to a friend. Wow. One of 27 original reward posters. That's nuts. They said they had some of his hair here, which I thought was crazy. What? Oh yeah, these locks of Billy. That's not his hair. That's not his hair. That's Billy the Kid's hair. Las Cruces, it was a barber in Las Cruces. He had heard about Billy killing a gunfighter. And when Billy came in for a haircut, he saved his hair. And the museum collector, Ed Sweet, bought it from the barber. Governor Lew Wallace. Oh, there it is. Very cool. Handcuffs that Blackjack Ketchum wore when he was hung in Clayton, New Mexico. There's something I want to show you here. Hey, Crazy Eyes. Yeah. Right over here, where did I see it? Oh, they were doing like photo comparisons. Because there's this photo of Billy. This is the well-known one that I've probably shown already a million times. But they're saying this is a probable photo. They're doing a forensic comparison. Right. Same ring. So yeah, seems like that's solved. Wow. Very cool. There's a little outside area. There's a jail cell somewhere here. I'm not sure what the deal is with the jail cell. There, no, that's not it. Oh man, there's a lot of stuff in here. Wow. Hey, you have kind eyes. Stop looking at me. A whole bunch of Billy the Kid stuff. So where's this jail? Stinking Springs. Adobe. I'm not sure where this jail is. Wow, this is huge. It's huge. This place. It's huge. The place. Oh. What do we have here? Oh, so they've got a replica of his grave back here. What the hell? Stop that. A replica of his grave that we already saw. Boot Hill, here lies Pepper Tate. Hanged by mistake, he was right, we was wrong, but we strung him up and now he's gone. That's a little mean. Salty O'Day, hoss thief. A rope necktie, an old oak tree, and Salty wasn't what he used to be. Oh, Salty. Pepper and Salty. Ooh, push it. Push it good. The bars in this jail cell came from Dawson in New Mexico. Mining town in the northern part of the state. The jail cell was built here as a photo prop for people to enjoy. It has nothing to do with Billy the Kid. Okay. Cool. Antique buggies. A lot of buggies. Am I bugging you? I don't mean to bug ya. Bono. All right, thanks again for watching. This is cool. From the Billy the Kid room at the Billy Kid Museum. Stop in here, there's lots to see. Thanks for watching. Peace. What up, Billy? Out.
Yoo-hoo! I'll make you famous.